My name is Francesca Mahoney, and I'm the Vice President of Sustainability at Petco. I really wish I could join you in person today, but I'm honored to have the opportunity to speak at Impact Unleashed, even if virtually from sunny San Diego, and especially proud to be alongside such esteemed co-speakers. Thank you so much to the Pet Sustainability Coalition for having me and for being such a valuable partner to Petco as we advance in our sustainability journey. Before we dive in, just a little bit about Petco. Petco is a category-defining health and wellness company that's focused on improving the lives of pets, pet parents, and our employees, which we call Petco Partners. We're committed to being the leading and most trusted resource in pet health and wellness by developing new standards in pet care, delivering comprehensive wellness solutions, and creating communities that deepen the pet-parent bond. Our mission and values fuels everything that we do. It means a dedication that goes beyond providing great products and experiences. It also means committing to a more sustainable future and taking an active role in finding sustainable solutions. Here's a quick look at some of our recent achievements. Our mission of improving the lives of pets, pet parents, and our own Petco partners fuels everything we do. We're building a legacy as a sustainability leader in the pet industry, taking on important challenges so current and future generations of people and pets can thrive. Over the last few years, we've made some incredible progress. And this year, Petco was ranked in the top 12% of North American companies in the Dow Jones Sustainability Index Corporate Ratings Assessment, our very first time on this index. And we became the first pet retailer to be awarded the coveted American Humane Certified Seal of Approval for our high standards in animal welfare. We committed to increasing our assortment of sustainable products to 50% by the end of 2025, giving pet parents product options they can feel great about, while also influencing the rest of the pet industry to follow suit. And we launched a clean grooming initiative to help pet parents easily identify grooming services and products without parabens, phthalates, and chemical dyes. Last year, we held our first Petco community cleanup events, Trash Bags and Tail Wags. Together in San Diego and San Antonio, we collected and prevented 1,200 pounds of waste from entering our city's waterways. It was an awesome way to come together as a team to serve our communities, and we're so excited to make this an annual event. We know plastic waste is a big problem, and we're constantly looking for ways to reduce and divert plastic from landfills. Across our own brand supply chain, we've eliminated more than 6 million plastic poly bags and counting. This year, we also launched an industry-leading plastic recycling pilot in select pet care centers. Guests can drop off their plastic bags and film, where we collect our own plastic materials, so that through reverse logistics at our distribution centers, it can be given a second life and made into outdoor decking material. Our goal is to expand this program to more pet care centers in the future to truly maximize the opportunity for waste reduction across the country. To reduce water use in our grooming salons, we've updated select bathing systems to dispense shampoo within the water stream, reducing the amount of water used in our pet care centers. We also launched some impactful initiatives to minimize paper waste, such as e-receipts and online animal care sheets. Getting rid of printed receipts has allowed us to save nearly 1,700 trees annually. That's more than 8,500 miles of paper. And over the last couple of years, 95% of the signage in our pet care centers has been printed on more sustainable materials. We're also actively working to eliminate the use of foam core and styrene, which can take hundreds of years to biodegrade. It has been incredible to put into action great ideas by our own Petco teams that are helping to make the world truly more sustainable. You can check out all of our recent progress in our sustainability report. Thank you for everything you do to make our world better for future generations of pets, pet parents, and partners.
Petco, the health and wellness company.
Petco is committed to a more sustainable future and playing an active role in helping realize it. To that end, our set of 3 ESG, environmental, social, and governance pillars serve as our guiding principles to impact the well-being of pets, people, and our planet. Today, we're going to look specifically at planet and how we're bringing in a big, bold sustainability commitment to life and moving our industry forward. First, a bit of context setting. As many of you already know, the pet care industry has significant environmental impacts. Whether we're talking about greenhouse gas emissions from farming that produces pets' food, waste throughout the product production process and supply chain, or additional land, water, and fuel impacts, just to name a few. Consumers are increasingly educating themselves about these issues and want companies to follow suit by finding ways to streamline operations, find sustainable alternatives, and lessen their impacts. This resonates really strongly with us at Petco. As a company that's been driven by purpose and supporting pet health and wellness since day one, we knew there was an opportunity to meet these expectations, but also lead in doing so. Our strategy recognizes that meeting consumer demand for quality, sustainable services that improve pets' health and well-being is really the key to unlocking business results. We know from our own data that pet shoppers are more interested in buying sustainable products and might actually be willing to pay more. So our vision, backed up by our own customers, is to create a movement towards sustainable products within the pet industry and inspire others to make positive changes as well. As part of our commitment to doing the right thing, we announced a commitment in April of 2021 to increasing our assortment of sustainable products to 50% by the end of 2025. This was an industry-first commitment among large-scale pet retailers, and it ultimately means that half of our product assortment available to purchase across our portfolio will meet our definition of sustainability by this time. This includes expanding both our own brand sustainable products as well as our sustainable product source from national brand vendors. So it begs the question, how do we at Petco define sustainability? And how have we actually put this into place? So in thinking about developing our program, we needed to establish clear boundaries for what we do and don't define as being more sustainable. This rigorous multi-step process allowed us to establish principles regarding the criteria that can be used to meaningfully define a product as sustainable and included within our own sustainable product commitment. We took a deep dive into environmental claims most relevant to our customers and our business and reviewed the product attributes, certifications, and standards that mattered to them. It was very important that we did this in consultation with Petco teams and suppliers to ensure buy-in and feasibility. Currently, we don't require our vendors to meet one of our sustainability attributes, but we do actively encourage and work with them to take a step in the direction of making their products more sustainable. But we do believe firmly in giving vendors flexibility in how they get there versus mandating that ourselves. We landed on the 5 sustainability pillars you see here: responsible manufacturing, sustainably sourced materials, sustainably sourced ingredients, responsible packaging, and animal welfare. Although not shown here, beneath each of these pillars we have a detailed list of product attributes that determine a product's eligibility for being considered sustainable by Petco definition. Some of these attributes involve third-party certifications, such as being fair trade or USDA organic certified, and some do not yet have a third-party certification, but may in the future, and are important to our stakeholders nonetheless, such as alternative proteins or refillable packaging. Whenever we consider introducing new products or services, we hold ourselves to the standard of trying to meet, at minimum, one of these 5 pillars. It's worth pointing out that these pillars and the way in which we talk about sustainability at Petco are evolving and, quite frankly, need to evolve to drive the industry forward and just continue meeting consumer demand. Our suite of relevant product attributes carry different weights. One that B Corp certified item is not equal to one made with organic ingredients. Right now, a product has to meet just one of our 32 product attributes, but we know that they're not all weighted equally. So we need to remember the whole spirit of this commitment has been, how do we encourage the industry as a whole to take steps to be more sustainable? And these pillars are not completely set in stone. We know that our standards and the attributes we use for accountability will be revisited as time evolves to ensure continued relevance. The PSC has been a great partner for us throughout this process, and even recently, when we met to discuss new potential attributes and certifications that we don't currently consider, but may add to our sustainable products definition framework in the future. At Petco, sustainability is not a one-person job, but a cross-company effort. We believe in a truly collaborative approach to achieving sustainability, whether we're working with external partners or our own colleagues. In my role as VP of Sustainability, I am responsible for educating my colleagues in merchandising and product development about sustainability's value for both the business and the planet. It's up to me to educate them about the product attributes and what's at stake if we hit them, but they are the ones on the front lines having conversations with vendors about innovation and costs and materials and making decisions about the products we do and don't carry. I can't expect them to be sustainability expert. That is not their job. It's up to me to serve as an internal consultant and arm teams with the right tools to make the more sustainable decision within their department and really embed that mentality across the company versus having sustainability siloed as its own distinct division.
And because it's our product development and merchandising teams making these decisions, they play a major role in our ability to hit our 50% sustainable products target. Our vision is to create movement towards sustainable pet products across the industry and inspire others to make their own positive changes. This hinges upon learning exchange and shared innovation. So, when we collaborate with our vendors and brand partners, we really push them to find new solutions, try to meet more standards, and consider which sustainable thresholds they can increase. We're hard at work right now developing and implementing ways to make it easier and more lucrative for our suppliers to tell us about their sustainable product offerings and the steps they've taken to advance their offerings. This involves both technological solutions for easier reporting, as well as thinking creatively about the business benefits we can offer to those vendors who are willing to hop on board. And there are benefits, from having eligible products appear in our online sustainability shop to qualifying for some extra spotlight and signage in our brick and mortar stores. This is definitely a growth opportunity for us, and we're actively looking for new ways to give sustainable items more visibility across our online and physical spaces, as well as through venues like our loyalty program. Like any large corporate initiative, our sustainability commitment requires periodic measurement and realignment if we're to hit our goals. Again, it requires a cross-departmental approach to accountability and incremental improvement. Right now, we're working closely with our IT and technology teams to develop comprehensive reports of our sustainability SKUs within our total product offerings and to pull in-depth reports that let us see progress along each pillar and the individual sustainability attributes that sit beneath them. It's critically important we have visibility into how we're progressing, especially as we gear up to start reporting our progress publicly. We aren't quite there yet, but we're really working towards it. When that moment does arrive, however, having accurate data will ensure we're as buttoned up as possible to avoid misrepresentation of our progress. Petco is proud of its progress so far in achieving our commitment to carrying 50% sustainable products by the end of 2025, but more work remains to be done. Over the next several years, we'll be doubling down on continued evaluation and refinement of our criteria to make sure our sustainability attributes always map back to the industry's most pressing opportunities and customers' loudest wants. We'll also focus on finding new and valuable ways to entice customers to buy sustainable, with value for both them and the suppliers whose products we offer. And as I just mentioned, continually refining our processes for data collection and reporting. And with that, thank you so much for having me. I hope you enjoyed today's presentation. I'm so grateful to be part of this group, and thank you for everything that you do every day to make our industry more sustainable. It's definitely a team effort, and I'm so grateful and humbled to be part of this organization and part of this group. Huge thank you to the PSC for putting on what I'm sure is an amazing event, and I hope to see you all soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.